Okay, so we're going to look at all four transformations, but we'll start with translations as the first one. With translations, we're going to look at the key concepts, the most important things about translations. We'll look at how you can perform a translation, and then we'll look at exam questions where I ask you to fully describe a translation. With the key concepts, the most important thing really here is that translations are about moving left and right and up and down. And it's always done using a vector. Now, a vector would be something like this. Okay. And that represents the horizontal and the vertical movement. One of the most important things to remember is that the number on the top is left or right. Positive to the right, negative to the left. And the number at the bottom is the up or down, the vertical. And just like the axes, it's positive going upwards and negative going down. And that's one of the most important things to remember with translations. The other thing to remember is that the shape doesn't change orientation. Okay, so orientation is a key word. Orientation is preserved. That means it looks exactly the same as it did, it's just moved position. So those are the key concepts. When it comes to performing one, this first question on performing says on the grid translate the shape P by the vector -6, 2. That -6 means 6 places to the left, and the 2, because it's positive, means 2 places up. And that's a really important place to start. In order to move this shape, you only have to pick one point. I'm going to pick this point here on the front. And I'm going to move it 6 places to the left. I'll check the scale. 1 square is 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the left takes it there. And then 2 places up. And look at the scale here. Each square is 1. So we're going to go 1, 2 places up. That means that this point here moves to here. Now remember, the orientation is preserved. That means the shape won't spin around or flip around or get bigger or smaller. It's going to stay in the same orientation. So I can now draw the same shape as I can here. So I go across to there, down 1, across here, look, it's 3. 1, 2, 3, comes down 1, across the 3, down 1 here, and then it joins up. And it says here to label the new shape R. So I can put an R on there. And that's how I perform a translation. Move the object left or right, up or down, and I redraw it the same size and the same orientation. The final skill you need for translations is to fully describe. And to fully describe a translation, when we see it, the first thing we have to do is recognize that it is a translation. So the word translation will get as a mark in the exam. Secondly, we need to use a vector to describe it. Now if you pick a point on the shape, now we're going from A to B, so we're going this way. Pick a point on the original, pick the same corresponding point on there. And now we have to look at how would we get from this point here to this point here. Remember, we go left or right first, up or down afterwards. So we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. And then we're going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we write the vector just like that. That's how you perform and describe vectors using, translations using the vector notation that we looked at here.